Good morning.
Good morning. Whoop. I guess we had the same idea.
Great minds think alike, brother.
Or stink alike, one of the two. But what the fuck are we doing on a Wednesday morning?
First of all, I feel bad the show's been rather sporadic, but it is that time of year where shit is fucking crazy.
Very much so. Hey, the gray man all the way from the UK. My goodness, how you doing, brother? That's awesome.
Right. Well, today, if y'all remember last time we did this show, we got about halfway through a list of the top 50 metal songs in the past 20 years, according to Alternative Press Magazine. Well, today we are doing the other half of that list.
And strangely enough, their list out of pretty much a lot of lists that we've looked at before, it's pretty good.
It is. It's not bad. I don't think we've wolf-hulked it yet.
So I don't think we have either. Shoot. Oh, good. I was just about to say, I got to scroll all the way back to find it.
No, I sent it to you again this morning, brother. I ain't that mean.
Yes, you did.
I believe the last song that we talked about was Icarus Lives by Periphery. That was the last one we did.
Did we actually discuss Periphery themselves, or is that just where we stopped?
I believe we talked about it and then called it quits.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, Periphery is by far one of the heaviest groups.
Oh, for sure.
Hold on one second here. There we go.
Damn thing.
Yeah. One of the heaviest bands I've heard, in the past 20 years that wasn't death metal.
Oh, definitely.
So, I mean, it definitely caught my attention, and I heard it strangely on the fact that I was watching Stevie T on YouTube, and that's how I caught on to him. I was like, holy shit, this stuff was just, over the top.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent musicianship, and it's punchy as shit. So,
all right. Well, while you're scrolling, I guess I'll take the next one, though I'm not familiar with it.
Well, hold on. There's Devil's Wear Prada, Ghost Ritual. Do I have the right list?
Yes.
Okay, just checking. Did we talk about High on Fire yet?
Yeah, the last, you're getting there. Yep. Up next is the one we just discussed.
There's Periphery.
Yep. So.
Oh, okay.
On to the next one.
So you're looking at
Trap Them. Evictionaries.
Evictionaries. Well, it sounds like a landlord that's pissed the fuck off.
Yep. I guess it's a cross between hardcore and grindcore.
Oh, well, that is, and if it's one genre that I can definitely say that the grindcore thing is just not appealing.
No, they sound like squealing pigs.
Exactly. I mean, if you really want to, have that experience, just go to your local farm, get down dirty, play with some pigs. I'm sure you'll hear a few squeal, or you try to make bacon out of it or something.
Yeah, pretty much, brother. So yeah.
I don't know. Their build is a Swedish death metal act, which is cool. And they're very influenced by Entombed, apparently.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. It basically just says here that the song is harsh.
Yeah, pretty much.
So if you like a whole bunch of noise, by all means, check it out.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, we can move on to the next, for sure.
Up next, we have Cattle Decapitation, a living, breathing piece of defecating meat. What a goddamn song title.
As is most of their shit. It's extreme to the fucking max. The singer just writes the most horrific lyrics. It takes a lot to kind of like make me go, you know, because I mean, I've been listening to Cannibal Corpse for years,
Right.
but these guys, man, they just give no fucks whatsoever. They indeed. Um, I mean, they just don't care, and they've gotten
No, they don't.
censored so many places.
Oh yeah.
So with a song like this, first of all, you're gonna get now. This is the interesting thing. You're gonna get great death metal. I mean, it's their musicianship is very good. They're not just a bunch of assholes that twang and hope it sounds like something.
Yeah.
Singer's pretty good. It's just man, they're just creepy.
Oh, definitely.
It's like
I know
what the
one of
fuck
their
were you
songs that.
thinking?
Oh yeah, one of the songs that came out this past year. Like I couldn't even watch the damn music video. It was too disturbing.
Oh, is that the one I think it is?
Inhumane Harvest.
Oh, I thought it was the other one. Woo. That
Either way.
doesn't surprise me because
Oh wait,
the one
no,
that came
my
out
bad.
with,
That was Cannibal Corpse.
oh,
It's early.
that's okay.
I need
So
more coffee.
is it the one I'm thinking?
Which one are you thinking?
Forced.
Yeah, that was rough.
I couldn't get through it.
Yeah.
I couldn't get through it. And they had hired the only person that was willing to touch the video was this horror director.
Mm-hmm.
And it got banned right away. Like,
oh yeah,
you can't find it really anywhere on the net.
The only thing I don't get is like, yes, it's good for publicity, I suppose, to put out a video that no one's gonna get to see at, but like, why waste all the time and resources on it if you know it's just going to be so heavily censored and pretty much made unavailable most places?
First of all, why would you write a song about that in the first place?
Yeah,
it's like, what is in the mind that would make you want to discuss that type of thing?
I have no idea.
I mean, I get it. Death metal is death metal. I mean,
right.
Listen to the title, death metal. So naturally, there's going to be some gore. There's going to be some, some rough subjects. But man, that was just this one. I would say probably just as bad.
Agreed.
So we'll move on from that.
All right. You want the next
one of my favorites.
All right, go ahead.
Napalm Death from back in the day. As a matter of fact, I think they might still be going.
As far as I know, they are, but I don't know for sure.
They've been around a long time, and they've always been kind of undergroundish, not very mainstream. Right. You would have never heard them on the radio. So the fact that they can still hang with all these young cats coming out, around this time, I gotta say, The Wolf I Feed is definitely a good song.
Oh, definitely.
And they bring a little bit of a punk flavor.
They do, which I thought was cool. Yeah.
Something you wouldn't expect out of a thrash band, so it's kind of like a mixture.
Exactly.
And there's like some surprising clean vocals in it as well. That's not something you would normally get from Napalm Death, so my hat's off to them for kind of like showing their range as a performer. So.
Oh yeah, so you've got the clean vocals and you have like those crazy shrieks, and it's like, holy crap.
Actually, Gray Man, we just finished up all of our dates for the year, so nothing until 2022. Hopefully things are getting better out your way. I think the last we spoke, you guys were still kind of quarantine-ish. So hopefully it's getting better.
Fingers crossed.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Up next, we have one of my actual favorites, Black Sabbath, God is Dead. Oh, that's a good one.
It is a good one. It's different.
I mean, you can't go wrong with, returning with Ozzy.
Well, sure. Ozzy's performance, I think this was probably like the last really good vocal performance from him was this album, in my opinion. I mean, his last record wasn't too bad, but
yeah, I was about to say, I don't know, that last record was fantastic.
It was. It's just there was a lot of other. I don't know, man. I think they might have done a lot of extra producing on his voice just to say.
Yeah, you can kind of hear it in a couple of them, like Under the Graveyard. You can kind of hear it.
Yep, yeah, multiple layering, all that good stuff. I mean, the guy's 72 years old.
And
I mean,
like has a gazillion health issues.
Right. So I mean, even though he's my hero, it's like,
come on,
sometimes
man.
you just got to know when the road is over.
Yeah.
Enjoy your grandkids. Be fucking happy.
Exactly.
But Ozzy's Ozzy. This is the only thing he's ever known.
Exactly. Yeah.
But as far as like the backup band on this tune, I would have never picked this one.
Agreed.
I would have picked Loner or shit. There's a couple more on there too. Dun, dun, dun. Oh yeah, that's the one. So I would say, yeah, I would definitely pick that one. Or even Zeitgeist was just a phenomenal song.
Oh, definitely.
Just a phenomenal song.
I mean,
it was
God
reminiscent
isn't a
of
bad
Planet
song,
Caravan,
but
yeah. Oh, Napalm Death, gotcha. I thought he was talking about me. Shit.
Oh, gotcha. Don't remind me, Gray Man. Don't remind me.
Yes, please don't remind us, because we've already lost legends.
Right.
That, in my opinion, they still had another good 10 years in them, at least.
Oh, I know. Especially like Lemmy or Peter Steele or so many. Still had so much more they could have brought to the table.
Absolutely. And it's like Ozzy's the only one who's still making it. Well, Geezer Butler's still there and Tony Iommi's still there, so
that's true.
And Tony's actually, I guess, written a song for Ozzy's new solo record that's supposed to be coming out here shortly.
Oh, I can't wait to hear that.
Well, naturally, unfortunately, I think it was Metal Injection that said it's horrible. Just wait and see. How could Tony Iommi ever write a horrible song?
I don't know.
We're talking about the riff god here, so we're definitely going to have to give it a listen and see what the fuck they're talking about.
I can't believe it would be horrible. That's insane.
No, I can't see it. Can't see it.
I got diarrhea.
Yes.
Oh shit!
I'm fucked up now.
Good.
What do we do? Oh shit! That's right, folks. You tuned into these two assholes that laugh at dick and fart jokes. So.
Oh yeah. All right, moving on.
We're gonna try.
We're gonna try. We have Carcass, the granulating dark satanic mills.
Well, pretty much what you can expect from Carcass.
Pretty much.
They, and they actually just start right off saying comeback records can be a hit or miss. So for them to come back and basically have a bit of a hit record for their career, especially during this time, because as we know, Carcass is old school stuff.
Right.
It's
this album came out in 2013,
which was a very pivotal point in metal.
Definitely.
I'd like to say right around that time. It said Surgical Steel felt like the record fans had been waiting. Wait, dang it. I hate it when it does this. Hold up.
Surgical Steel felt like the record fans have been waiting for after some strange style changes on Swan Song and almost 2 decades between releases.
Right. So to let that much time pass, fans still wanted more. They weren't forgotten. They didn't get married. So it's like,
I mean, that in itself is a feat.
That's an achievement.
Oh, for sure.
But then again, when you've been, when you totally give your whole self to this music,
Right.
doesn't matter how old you are, young, middle-aged, whatever. It's in your blood. And when you give your heart and soul into a record, I mean, it's going to show. And these guys did it.
Oh, yeah, they definitely did.
And the fact that it's got melodic death metal elements mixed in with grind, holy shit. They even took their hand at grind. I don't think not the piggy side. I think the musical side.
Yeah, definitely.
I would have to say. So, they brought the flavor back and kind of elevated it.
Yeah, they did.
So I said, don't count us old folks out. Nicely done. Now here's one I'm not familiar with.
Me neither.
Metal and shoegaze.
How the hell do you mash those together?
What the fuck? Here's my Aussie impression. What the fuck is shoegaze? What is that?
It's a subgenre of indie and alt rock. It's like very ethereal with lots of like distortion and feedback.
So you're just sitting there looking at a pair of fucking shoes the whole time going, whoever comes up with these fucking names, I just want to smack them.
Agreed. Well, we should probably say the name of the song.
Yeah, Dreamhouse.
So
already
Deaf Heaven?
Be on acid. Deaf Heaven.
It says right here, the band managed to package black metal and indie rock in such a way that became normalized?
Oh, fuck you. No way. Absolutely. Satan is very pissed off right now.
Agreed.
I mean, if it was so normalized, how's come I don't even know who the fuck they are?
Exactly. I guess we'll have to check it out later.
I'm afraid, honestly.
Agreed. But we'll see.
Taking indie rock and black metal together, I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
I don't see how it's possible.
No, me neither.
But we'll see what pile of shit this really is.
Mm-hmm.
But suffice it to say, if there's some folks out there in Three Witches Land that do like them, sorry, but just don't like the concept so far.
Agreed.
So we'll check it out just to give it an honest to goodness try.
Yeah.
Now here's a band that really worked their fucking asses off. And
oh yeah,
there was one thing. They had one shot at some kind of like really good success.
Mm-hmm.
WWE had their song.
Mm-hmm.
Not this one. This one is My World. But they took one of their songs and used it as like the theme song for one of their big pay-per-views.
Okay.
And that's what blew them up because suddenly the world knew who they were.
Gotcha.
They were just they were on the label,
Mm-hmm.
but they weren't that successful. But as soon as WWE did that, which I have to say, if you're a wrestling fan out there, whether or not you like WWE or AEW, whichever one, man, some of the songs that get put on there, you would have never known about, and probably never heard of them or anything. And suddenly you do.
Great,
man.
What I
mean?
Great man talked about that last one. Some things like Lovecraft monsters should not be.
Correct. Couldn't agree more, brother. That's funny. So, I mean, and that's not to take anything away from the band either. The band is very, very good.
Right.
I don't know if you've heard them or not.
I've heard a couple other songs.
Okay, I was going to say pretty high energy.
Oh, definitely.
With lots of different stuff that goes into their sound. You got some industrial stuff.
Yeah.
Mixed in with
I love that.
hardcore.
Oh, yeah.
Well, sure. You can clearly see that industrial can cross into the metal genre. We've seen it 1,000 times.
Oh yeah.
But you can mix it with hardcore. It's not that hard.
No, it's not.
If you're creative enough with your loops and sounds and stuff like that, it can mix very well with it. So, excuse me. Let's see here.
Let's see.
They said speedy power violence with their breakdowns built for fights is what it says.
That's
So
about right.
I guess that's one of their anthems, as they say. So,
All right.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard that one, but I listened to a couple of the tracks they dropped last year.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So now looks like we got an electronic-based metal band.
Okay.
Not sure what that means. Now,
okay, I've heard, a few bands are described that way, but they all sound different. So just saying that is hard to, tell me exactly what they sound like.
Very much so. And it
sounds like that's a punk influence also, which is interesting.
Yes, the group is called Youth Code, and it's for the song "For I Am Cursed." I think that's a female-fronted band. Am I right?
I think you're right.
I'm just kind of going off the picture a little bit.
Right.
Like I said, I'm not super familiar with them, so this is different.
No.
But to say
it says their sound calls back to 9 Inch Nails and Skinny Puppy with more extreme vocals.
That's a tough sell.
I think we need to go listen to that one.
Yeah, because I want to see what they're talking about. Because to try to say that it's very similar to that, it sounds like they're almost just talking about the industrial side of it.
Exactly.
Although it also says that it's kind of like a fine line between punk and metal. So
right. Sounds like it's all over the fucking place. We need to listen to it to know what they're talking about.
Great Man says it means it's junk. That's great.
That is great. Before we move on, I'm going to run a quick commercial.
Yeah.
If you like what you're seeing here, support us, buy our merch. Check this out.
That's right. If you want to wear the best in occult online entertainment, that is the merch place for you to go.
Absolutely.
And represent.
And our Rocks Giving shirt is only going to be available for probably a couple more days, so make sure you get it while you can. We might bring it back next year. We might not. We'll see. You
can always wear it next year.
Exactly.
It'll be the Three Witches holiday collection.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my goodness. What the fuck is this now? So now the year is 2015.
Yeah.
With a band called Cult Leader. I can't say that I'm very familiar.
I'm not either, but it sounds like it might be interesting. This list went from like stuff we know to stuff we don't. Like how did this list do this? It did. The whole first half of the list is like, oh yeah, we know that. Oh yeah, we love this one. Oh, I know about that. We'll pick the other song. And now it's like, the hell is this?
We're slowly moving into the more obscure part, I guess, of the decades.
I guess so, but
which
it's like
fine.
No, that's fine, but
definitely gives us something to think about or listen to just to see if it's any good.
Right.
Let's see here. So the song is Sympathetic. I don't know. That's not really a metal title, but you know,
it says they're
we'll
like
roll with it.
super extreme, but with a title like that sound like they'd be metalcore.
Could be.
I don't know. It says they're the entire record was a visceral show of how extreme a band can go with their sound.
Now that's a bold ass
That
claim.
is a very bold claim.
I don't know. Sounds a little
I don't know about that either.
Might just be trying to sell you on something they liked. Whenever they start talking about, you know, more obscure bands like that.
Gray man.
Cult leader. Nice.
The name of
you
the group
never
was,
cease to make me giggle. That's great.
Cult Leader.
Cult Leader is the name of the band. Are you familiar with them, Gray Man? Because I damn sure I haven't heard them, which is weird. Because
Agreed.
you know, that whole time period, I listened to a lot of diverse metal that was coming out. So somehow it got past my radar.
Yeah.
So it says it's like a wrecking ball, relentlessly destroying everything in its wake. Again,
bold claim.
It's a very bold claim.
Yeah.
I don't know. I may have to check it out because I mean I like a little brutality. There's nothing wrong with that.
Agreed.
Especially with aggressive music. I don't know. I just always felt, in my opinion, like some of the best in death metal, some of the best in black metal. There's really not much further you could possibly go unless you set that shit up to like 300 BPM or some shit, and then it just doesn't make sense. But for me, it's breakdowns.
Yeah.
You can have this really nice, maybe thrashy kind of thing going on, and then suddenly the bottom drops out and boom, it just hits you like a ton of bricks, and you have no choice but to throw yourself through a plate glass window.
Pretty much.
It's regularly spelled CULT.
Yeah.
So I guess he hasn't heard of him either, and he's pretty up to date on extreme metal. So I guess at some point I may have to give it a listen. The album artwork is pretty cool, I must say.
Agreed.
Kind of a play on old art, like almost like what is that in the Sistine Chapel?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. If you're looking at it, it almost looks like a play on that.
It does.
Surrounded by roses, and then you got, you know, two skulls dripping blood, one down, one up.
Don't ask me how that works. It almost looks like a playing card.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Demented.
All right. Well, the next one is a band I am familiar with.
Oh, me too. Holy fucking
I'm not
shit.
the best fan. I'm not the biggest fan of them. They're okay, but I wrestled a bear once. The song is Russia. Green Eyes. Yes. Let's see. This was in 2015. So this was after they got their newer singer.
Mm-hmm.
And within like a year, they disbanded after this one came out.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Now, if you've ever heard of mathcore is just fucking weird.
Yeah.
You go from like slow, sludgy, suddenly it erupts into this ridiculously fast next part, and then maybe you get like a thrash part, then it, you know, changes again. It's like, holy fuck, man. I mean, I can't understand it.
No, I'm not saying I don't like it, and they're definitely like skilled as artists, but like it's just so hard to follow.
Exactly, which is why I don't like it.
Exactly.
But some of their earlier stuff I actually didn't mind.
Yeah.
So pretty decent.
All right.
So now we're talking about baby metal.
Yep, baby metal. The song is Karate.
Yeah, I gotta say these three.
Three
I
now
don't want to
two.
get this wrong. I don't want to get this wrong. Japanese, yay.
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to make sure I had the right country. At first, when you just mainly just hear the title, the name,
Right.
you think, man, this is going to be fucking bullshit.
You know,
And
for a while,
not.
that's what I thought too, and I was, didn't want to check him out. And then Rob Zombie said, he thought they were cool, and I'm like, all right, if Rob Zombie likes them, I guess I'll give him a try.
Up. Yeah.
It's not really my thing. I'm not really into the whole J metal but it's okay.
It's different.
It is.
The musicians are ridiculously talented.
Oh, for sure.
So good. Their vocals are great. Their performance, the whole stage.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know. I've dug it. I can only take so much of it in one sitting.
Pretty much.
But I mean, their harmonies are very on point, and like I said, the nice thing about them is the choreography is good, but the musicians are fucking brutal, man.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, my goodness. So it's okay. I can get into it. Now, obviously, this next one, very, very popular.
Oh, definitely.
Pretty decent stuff. Wouldn't say it's my favorite. I'm more of an Arch Enemy kind of guy. So, with that in mind, they've been pretty prominent, which I have to agree, as far as metal is concerned in just the last few years, like maybe the last 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very interesting mix of groove metal, prog, death metal, and gent. And they also say and more. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think it goes much further beyond that.
No, not really.
At least from what I've heard.
No, agreed. That kind of covers it.
It does kind of cover it, but I don't really see the prog.
Not from what I've heard, no.
So
they definitely groove, a little bit death, definitely some gent, but where's the prog?
Yeah, gent is actually, I think, more prominent in that than
agreed
anything else.
Yeah, definitely.
So, pretty decent. I'm going to let you take this next one because this one just pisses me the fuck off.
All right. Metallica, Hardwired. I don't know. I don't know.
You already know what I'm going to say.
All right, say it.
Fucking sucks. It's horrible. Don't like it at all.
Nah,
not a fan.
Blah blah blah. They
has
dipped back into their thrash metal past and offered fans what they've wanted. No, they didn't.
They couldn't do it.
No.
What ended up coming out was this like tin can sounding, like trying to do what they used to do. They just ain't got it.
No, they ain't got it no more.
Don't have it. It's another one of those things where I'm like, this is a band that probably should just give it up. How many more millions of dollars do you need? They just keep putting out garbage.
Exactly. Once you've reached the stage where you're one of those bands that kids run around wearing your logos on shirts and they don't even listen to you, you've made enough money. You can stop now.
Yeah. I mean, they just can't. They can't do what they once did. And absolutely.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That's all I have to say about that.
Agreed.
This band, I am not familiar with whatsoever.
Me neither, but I'm intrigued.
I mean, sure, with a name like Full of Hell.
The song title "Crawling Back to God" sounds interesting.
That's what just kind of like took me in the wrong direction.
Yeah. I don't know. It sounds like it might be interesting.
Could be.
Except it's grindcore.
It's exactly, and that's another thing that just kind of knocked me out of the loop. So I don't know. Mixing multiple extreme metal subgenres without shoehorning anything, it delivers a tightly packed punch of harsh sounds. I don't know if you just like that type of stuff.
Right.
Noise metal is what I like to call it.
Agreed.
Has no groove, has no, I don't know. I can't get down with it. I've tried.
Okay, so you know what I don't get here is looking at this list is they've put what's this, like 4 or 5 grindcore tracks on here, but that is like very, very. How do I word this? This is supposed to be top 50 like best metal songs from the past 20 years, and grindcore is one of those things that it takes a very distinct subset of metalheads to enjoy.
Right.
So how can you, overall just say it's within, the best? I mean,
I wouldn't.
No, you can't. I mean, there's a difference between, most popular and best, but at the same time,
there has any reason to be anywhere.
No, it doesn't take hardly any technical execution to play grindcore.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it doesn't take a shit ton of talent, therefore it can't be among the best, can it?
I don't think so.
You know what? I want to do it. Can I do it?
Please. Now, this next band...
the group was Full of Hell.
Yeah. Don't know if you've ever spun it, but I don't know. Just not a grind guy, so...
Yeah.
I just can't, I don't know. I just can't get down with it. Now, the pride of Southern Lord Records. Is it Lord?
Yes, they're coming to get you, Reaper.
Oh, I know. That's right. They found me out.
They found out you don't like grindcore.
That's right. So they're sending the fucking militia out to fucking take my ass to jail. Let's go. I will stand up for my beliefs. You will not tell me what to listen to. That is right. I am the devil. Shit. It's all true.
I'm the devil. I'm here to do the devil's work.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, shit.
Now, it's really kind of interesting here that, I agree, Gray Man, not top 50. Nah. Like I said, I can take it in small doses, but to say that it's the best of that decade, no fucking way.
Absolutely not.
All right. This next band, it really kind of boggles my mind. I don't take anything away from it because obviously they have a pretty good following and still do, especially now that the singer tragically passed away. I want to say 2-3 years ago, maybe. It's been pretty recent.
Yeah.
And then when he passed, I suddenly, for the very first time, anywhere on Metal Injection, Loudwire, any of those, it's like suddenly, oh my goodness, we lost this guy, we lost this guy, we lost it. I'm like, well, who are they?
Right?
I'm not even familiar with that. I have never heard of Power Trip until the singer passed.
Yeah.
And then it's like their marketability, their popularity just fucking went through the roof.
It's like, well, it fucking sucks that, the singer couldn't
Yeah,
see
I
that
mean, why
happen,
did it yeah, it's like, why did it take that to push them over the top into like
I don't
legendary
know.
status?
Yeah, that's kind of fucked.
I would have never I would have never have done that.
I mean, better late than never, but like,
yeah, which is fine. But they were just like a hardcore slash thrash metal band, which is fine, and it was fine for what it was. Not totally my cup of tea, so to speak, but
right. Hey, have a good day, Gray Man.
See ya. Thanks for joining. But yeah, so I don't know. And they said it was the signature raspy vocals that was what was like very popular, that drew people to the band, which the guy's voice ain't bad. I heard it. Because naturally, when something like that happens, I'm going to be like, okay, I never heard of these guys. Why are they making such a big deal about them? And I go and I listen to them.
Exactly.
Which is kind of sad. Maybe they just didn't market them enough or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I digress on that one. Next one. Suffocation. Clarity through deprivation. Now, I can honest to goodness tell you that any kind of deprivation is not going to bring you clarity.
Well, okay. What about like sensory deprivation tanks or something?
I
mean,
I'm not. Know.
I've never tried one. I think it would freak me the hell out, but I could see how, having no outside stimuli could probably maybe help you work through some shit in your head, maybe.
Possibly.
I don't know. I'm just trying to rationalize their song title.
Right. Because I'm just kind of like, I don't know. Don't know. So let's see here.
This is one major failure in this list. They don't tell us what kind of music this band is.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
I just had to Google it.
It just says like a complexity, a young, scrappy band. That doesn't tell me much.
Okay, they're a death metal band from New York.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, are these?
And they've been around since 1988, so they're not like a new group or anything.
I mean, I'm like, did they just come fresh out of a cockfight or something?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what that means. A scrappy band, it's a bunch of little chickens trying to fight each other or something. I don't know. I mean, I paid to see that instead of listen to them. Shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Again, may check it out. Never know.
Yeah. All right. Before we move on, because we're getting down towards the end of our list here, I'm gonna run a quick word from our sponsor over at Royal 10 Clothing.
Fuck yeah. Right. Definitely check their website out. They got some of the best in horror gear out there right now. They've been a part of the London horror festival, and I believe there's another one that's coming up. It's Yorkshire, I think.
Mhm.
I'll have to get the details on that, but
Right.
if you're in the UK and you don't know who Royal 10 is, yeah, check them the fuck out. Awesome designs.
Absolutely.
Now, I've heard this name before.
I have not.
Rollo Tomasi. Apparently, they got their start as teenagers, so they got picked up pretty early in life. They are known as I guess their original sound was goofy mathcore. Now, mind you, we discussed the idea of mathcore.
Right.
And first of all, I hate that subgenre box. I don't like that. Why would you call it that? I don't know a single metalhead that's a math fan in the first place. So
no,
that was my worst subject in high school. So I don't know. I think it's kind of dumb, but I get it.
Yeah.
Let's see, Rituals is the name of the song, and it's really kind of interesting that it says it's seeing a mix of everything from jazz to black metal to hardcore. Now, this is one thing that I've always said. Any fucking metal purist out there can argue with me on this, which is fine. Jazz is at the root of almost all metal.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely true. You can't deny that.
The elements have always been there.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe not so prevalent, but I mean, even in the early days with Sabbath, you heard the jazz influence. Led Zeppelin, you heard the jazz influence.
Yeah, you did.
It was always there. It was actually Buddy Rich who almost single-handedly brought us funk.
Yeah.
Before it really became a thing, because he had just discovered how to make something that is rock sounding sound a little bit more swingy.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's why I always say that, because it's very heavily rudimentally involved, especially drums and some of the way the chords are strummed, on guitar. So I would say I wouldn't put them at the top.
No.
That's kind of fucked up. But I definitely see where they kind of carved out their niche.
Agreed.
So.
All right. And then the last one on our list, Venom Prison, Uterine Industrialization from 2019.
I'm a huge fan of Prosthetic Records. Always has been.
Okay.
They are very well known for picking up a lot of amazing talent. As a matter of fact, I believe Flesh God Apocalypse is on prosthetics. So
I think so.
Yeah, they're very big on my list as well. So that's why I can't fucking believe they're not on this list.
Agreed. Let's see. The band is making waves. Their explosive take on grind with traditional death metal elements.
Already lost me. I mean, I'm not going to just write them off and say that they're not good at what they do.
Right.
But I'm telling you, just not my thing.
Why did they put so much shit in this list that is like
obscure and horrible?
Yeah, that's one way to put it. That's kind of where I was going with that, but
I got diarrhea.
I mean, after listening to some of that stuff, that's exactly how you feel.
Exactly.
You feel like somebody just reached in and pulled your guts out.
Pretty much.
It says they've been making waves with their explosive take on grind, traditional death metal elements. Well, what other way is there to put a take on grind?
I don't know.
Grind is grind. It's
exactly
just you
unless the instruments sound more traditional and then the vocals are grind or something, but that just sounds fucking stupid.
See, I don't think it's that. I think it's the fact that they're at warp speed, Mr. Sulu. the entire time.
Yeah.
And you really don't get a break in between. You don't get a breath. You know what I'm saying? It's like my ears just they end up going, stop. Give me something melodic for a second. That'd be great. And not just
yeah. So
I would have never put them at the top. That's
overall, this list had a few key good notes in there, but
it was great for like the whole first half.
It was
almost a little over half. I mean, they were really headed in the right direction.
Exactly.
I liked how they blended old bands that had come back after hiatus, and it's like,
yeah,
that was really cool.
Oh, definitely.
You had new blood, you had old blood at the same time. They picked great bands, great albums, and I thought they all meshed well.
They definitely did,
quite honestly. But this last part just didn't do it for me.
No, me neither. There's been way more to come out in the past 10 years than grind.
Oh my goodness, yes.
There's been some amazing stuff.
One metalcore band at all.
I mean, I know you don't really like metalcore, but either way, that shit's huge right now. Why the hell was that in there somewhere?
I would have expected.
I'll take that over grind.
It sounds to me the guy that put the list together must have felt that metalcore was shit, which is why he didn't add any of them on there.
I mean, that's fair, but like,
it is. It is fair. It's not for everybody. It's heavily oversaturated. But grind just doesn't have its place.
It really doesn't. You know, if they want to stuck one grindcore song in here somewhere, okay, then maybe that's permissible. But like half a dozen of them in the top 50, that makes 10% of this list is grindcore,
which is unheard of. Just unheard of.
No, absolutely not.
I mean, I'm surprised Cradle of Filth wasn't on there.
You're right, they weren't. What the fuck?
Dimmu Borgir wasn't on there.
No, they weren't.
Behemoth wasn't on there.
Nope, they weren't.
Behemoth had like 2 of the biggest albums of their career during 2000 to 2000.
Oh, for sure.
It's like, how do you not put The Satanist on there? That whole record was gold.
Oh, definitely.
You know, even
not
though
to mention
I loved You at Your Darkest.
Not to mention, you know, they do us dirty, and the only Rammstein song on the list was Sona. At least it wasn't Du Hast like the other list, but like,
tell me why fucking Motorhead's last album wasn't on this list.
Seriously? The fuck?
Where was Rob Zombie?
Where the fuck was Rob Zombie?
You can't sell me on that shit.
No,
it's like,
you can't.
Even if it was very mainstream, it still had its place. And those fuckers put a horrible goddamn Metallica record on there.
Yeah, hardcore.
Shame on you.
No.
Hole in your stocking this year. It just baffles my mind. There's so, and like I said, Flesh God Apocalypse. Holy fuck! Especially during COVID. Man,
I know. I don't get it. I really don't.
I think one of these times we ought to put our own together, and I bet you everybody out in Three Witches Land would just fucking love it.
Oh yeah, we're gonna. How about we'll do that? You can do a top 50. I'll do a top 50.
That sounds like a plan to me, because
might be a little bit overlap in there, but that's okay.
There could be, but there's so much good shit that all these lists keep missing.
Oh hell, I could do a top 50 from the past 1 decade, not even 2.
Oh, for sure.
And it'd still be better than whatever this list was.
Hell,
I have to make a quick little comment on this list, though, that's amusing me. Down at the bottom of the list, you can vote on how this list made you feel.
Oh my damn! Really?
Oh yes, and 50% of people felt indifferent about this list.
There you go.
And not one person was happy about the list.
The pudding right there, man. You had people. I mean, you had people saying the same thing we are. So it's like,
yep.
obviously you fucked up. You shit the bed.
Yeah. Out of everyone who has reacted to this list, half of them are indifferent, 13% are amused, 13% are angry, and the rest are laugh crying.
That's great.
Yeah. So I think that's about how we feel about it.
Indeed. So if any of your, feelings got hurt out there in Three Witches Land because this list stunk so bad towards the end, we do apologize. We had no idea what steaming pile of cow dung was awaiting us
we didn't.
As we walked through the shadowy, fucking countryside here.
Of
It's
all
like,
all right. Well, tune in next time, folks. We're just about out of time, so make sure you tune in. We gonna do the show again this week, or are we playing it by ear, brother?
We'll
figure it out.
I will definitely double check on that.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll let everyone know. Let everyone know.
We'll keep you up to date. Keep coming to Three Witches Entertainment Facebook page, as well as Reaper's Underground. Updates also go up on the Black Tar Superstar page as well. So,
yeah. All right.
Keep you up to date. Take care of each other. Stay fucking heavy.